Europe. It's Asia's foreskin. And right now, one of its nations has finally entered the 21st century.
Well, Switzerland has become one of the last countries in Western Europe to legalize same-sex marriage. More than 64% of voters approved the change in a referendum on Sunday.
This is a historic day for Switzerland, a historic day for equal rights for people of the same sex who love each other.
Yay! Congrats to everybody in Switzerland. I mean, not for legalizing same-sex marriage, I mean, just for finally taking a position on something. No, but this is great. I mean, finally in Switzerland, no one has to hide their love. Now they'll be able to devote their full attention to hiding Nazi gold. I will say, though, it is weird to hear about a country legalizing something that most people probably assumed was legal a long time ago. It's the same feeling I had yesterday when they said R. Kelly was convicted. I was like, wait, that happened now? Isn't that like 10 years ago? Wait, so this wasn't a thing? And it's weird that Switzerland is so old-fashioned. Like Switzerland, of all places. I mean, they're the country that invented the world's most bangable cheese. You'd think they'd be loose, What? But then what are the holes for? Why would they? Oh, wow. My bad. And Americans always assume Europe is the most progressive place on earth until you see stuff like gay marriage being illegal in Switzerland, or France trying to ban hijabs. I think that's how powerful a European accent is, A European could be yelling slurs at an immigrant family, and Americans would hear that and be like, wow, dude, what an enlightened man of culture. I gotta be better. But let's move on to the climate. It's no secret that major climate disasters have been rising in the past decade, from hurricanes to wildfires and even tweet storms. And according to a new study, this new pace isn't slowing down anytime soon.
An alarming new study is shedding light on the long-term effects of climate change. The study, published in the journal Science, finds that the average 6-year-old will live through 3 times as many climate disasters as someone born in 1960. That includes twice as many wildfires, over 3 times more river floods, and 2.5 times as many crop failures. The study also says the average child will encounter 7 times as many heat waves as their grandparents.
Yeah. This study says that children will live through 3 times as many climate disasters. Imagine that. I mean, luckily they'll only notice half of them because they'll all be on TikTok all day, but still. Also, the good news for these kids is that they can finally one-up their grandparents' "my life was so hard" stories. Back in '55, there was a blizzard with snow up to your neck. Bitch, that's an average Tuesday. Now give me my scuba gear. Gotta swim to school. Dumb grandpa. But let's move on, because the climate is only going to kill us if we already haven't killed ourselves. And apparently last year, we tried really hard to make that happen.
The FBI revealed today that murder jumped 29% in 2020 compared to the year before, the biggest increase since it began tracking the data 6 decades ago. Experts who study these trends say 2 factors have formed a deadly combination: more people forced to stay home because of COVID lockdowns, and a huge increase in gun sales, especially to first-time buyers.
One bright spot, property crimes were down for the 18th year in a row. One reason, with more people at home, fewer houses are burglarized.
Okay, this is not going to be a popular thing to say, but this amount of murder actually seems reasonable to me, I mean, think about it. People were stuck at home with their family and with their roommates 24/7 for a year. That's a year of snoring, chewing loudly, arguing about whose turn it is to wipe the Amazon packages. Yo, I'm shocked everyone didn't kill everyone. I mean, at some point during the lockdown, I bet murder just made sense. If I kill my roommate, I go to jail, but at least I'll have my own cell? Ooh. And by the way, it's funny how people don't talk about murder the way they talk about COVID deaths. Have you noticed that? Like, you don't have any deniers being like, yeah, he was shot in his home, but he was old and he had heart disease. Are we sure it was the bullet that did it? I'm just saying, I need to do my own research.